It's the #1 show on television, Larry.
You were
Do you know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
The world of talk shows is one where a lot of things can happen because you have a lot of interesting personalities all going at it. Sometimes it leads to infinitely hilarious moments, and sometimes it leads to some awkward ones. And sometimes it leads to legendary clapbacks that help show that the guests are better than the host. Celebrities need to defend themselves on these shows, and so with that, allow us to show you celebs who clap back at talk show hosts. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 6. Chris Rock on Jay Leno. Chris Rock is a legendary comedian who has done a lot in his career. He knows how to give a joke and take one as a result. And he's also very quick on his feet when it comes to thinking of a comeback when needed, like he did during a talk with Jay Leno. This one time he was with Leno, and Leno asked if he had seen any good movies recently. Rock was a little suspicious, but noted that he had seen some good ones, but he could tell that Leno was wanting more out of him. So he dropped the line, "Well, nothing is going to be as my movies," to which Leno quickly replied, "Well, obviously." Chris took the hit and gave a great backhand, noting, "Hey, you've done movies too, and your last one went straight to audio." Jay couldn't help but break into laughter on that one because it was really funny. Both Rock and Leno have done things that have bombed, and they've kept good spirits about it, but at times you need to remind them of their failures so they'll stop pressing the issue. Number 5. Michelle Obama on Ellen. Michelle Obama came onto The Ellen Show all the way back in 2016, and as is the typical Ellen way, she decided not to do a typical interview and instead took the former lady on a shopping adventure. And yeah, it was certainly adventurous. Specifically, she took her to a CVS pharmacy and decided to help her adjust to life after the White House. Now, if you don't understand this reference, the White House leaders don't go to places like the grocery store because of security risk. So for 8 years, Michelle Obama didn't have to go shopping at all. Regardless, Ellen decided to poke fun at Michelle, her former station, the power she had, etc. The best clapback moment by far, though, was when Ellen asked Michelle if she could pull some strings with the people at the US Mint to make it so that Ellen herself could be the face of some money. Which is an odd request to make, but hey, it's Ellen, so sometimes that's just what she does. Michelle wasn't having it though and noted that you have to do something grand to get your face on money, including doing something like Harriet Tubman and freeing slaves. Now, to be fair, Ellen has done a lot for the LGBTQ+ community, but it's still not exactly money-worthy, as you might guess. Not that this stopped Ellen from poking fun at Michelle some more. To top it all off, Ellen was apparently ribbing Michelle so much that she called Ellen annoying and likened her to a 3-year-old, which honestly isn't too inaccurate if we think about it. And the reason this clapback was so perfect was because you honestly could see the frustration in Michelle Obama's face when she said it. She was expecting a unique time, sure, but likely not something like this. She probably wishes she didn't have to go shopping anymore after hanging out with Ellen. Number 4. Justin Timberlake. Sticking with Ellen for a bit, let's talk about her good friend, Justin Timberlake, one of the most popular singers and celebrities in the world, and again a good friend to Ellen, which is why she brought him on so much, and they have fun every time they're together, as you might expect. Except one time, Ellen made a mistake on camera, and he called her out on it hard. You see, they had been drinking tequila while playing one of Justin's songs. Anyway, while this was going on, Ellen messed up one of the lines to the song. Justin was not amused as he couldn't believe she didn't know the lyrics. Ellen noted it was an honest mistake and even asked the audience for help, but Justin wasn't having it. Then her own DJ turned on her and played the song in question and made it very clear just how much she screwed up. So what can we learn from this clapback? First, drinking and singing should never go together unless it's a karaoke segment. Second, Justin should have given Ellen some slack for not knowing the song, but Ellen should have known the song ahead of time if this was a planned thing. The ironic thing is that this isn't the first time that Ellen messed up a song lyric for one of Justin's songs. She sent a video of her singing it and messed up the lyrics again, this time with no alcohol, to use as an excuse. So perhaps the true lesson here is that Ellen just doesn't know song lyrics. Hey, weirder things have happened. Number 3, get the dictionary. This is a dual clapback, and they are truly a rare thing because a guest did a clapback and then the host clapped back even harder. Yeah, it was good. When you're a talk show host, you sometimes have to deal with guests that most definitely think they are smarter than you or know more than you, and it just goes on and on. Jennifer Garner was on Conan's show one time, and they were having a pleasant conversation when he noted that she snuck into the room, and she goes, "Snuck is not a word, Conan. You went to Harvard, you should know that." And Conan sold that burn like it was the end of his life. But then he turned the tables on her just as quickly by pulling out a dictionary and noting that snuck was indeed a word, even showing the camera the page so that people at home indeed could see that snuck was a word. Garner had to bite her tongue as Conan laughed maniacally at being right. And good for him, because he was almost taken to town by her because she thought he said a fake word, and he got to show he was indeed as clever as he thought he was. Plus, how did Garner not know that snuck was a word? Number 2, Dakota Johnson. This was a little bit of a tit-for-tat situation because when Dakota was on Ellen's show, it was just after her birthday party, a party that Ellen was not at. Ellen noted that she hadn't been invited to the party, but Dakota noted that was not true. Ellen was invited, but didn't say to her or anyone why she couldn't come. Ellen was shocked by this and looked at her producer to ask why and how this happened, to which they noted she was out of town. And Ellen tried to recover with, "Yeah, I had that thing," clearly not remembering why she was out of town that day. Dakota then laid in the burns even more when she noted some of the people who were at the party, including a certain comedian that she was fond of. She noted that "she is my favorite comedian." And right on cue, Ellen acted disheartened and Dakota tried to cover with, "other than you." But the joke was too laid in from that point. What's really interesting about this situation though is that Ellen is infamous for getting invited to parties, yet not going to them, even when they're dear friend parties like the Kardashians. So why was she so mad about not getting an invitation when she wasn't going to go to it regardless? Behold, the curious world of Ellen. Number 1, Jerry Seinfeld on Larry King Live. This is a classic because it was one of the rare super flubs by Larry King, a man who has been doing this job for decades. On one show he had on Jerry Seinfeld, and this was just after Seinfeld the series, a show about nothing, was finished, and he was doing his next big project, B-movie. Naturally though, Larry King brought up Seinfeld and talked about its run, 9 years, 180 episodes, and Larry noted that Jerry had gave it up in terms of continuing the series, which Jerry agreed to. But then Larry King said, "You didn't get canceled, you canceled them." This gave Jerry a great big pause before he noted, "You're not aware of this?" And then Jerry basically went into a tirade about how Larry King didn't know that Seinfeld was the #1 show at the time, and that the series finale went on to be watched by 75 million people, one of the biggest finales in TV history, and that Larry King thought for whatever reason Seinfeld was canceled. And then Larry King tried to defend himself, but Jerry wouldn't give him an inch. There's a big difference between being canceled and being #1. Larry was clearly embarrassed, but Jerry just kept laying in the zingers because it was crazy to him that Larry King didn't understand what happened with Seinfeld. And if you're curious, yes, B-Movie did do well enough in the theaters. So what do you think? What do you think of these celebrities who were on top of their game and went full tilt to mock the talk show host that they were talking with? Which of these clapbacks was the best in your opinion? Which ones do you think the host got the biggest kick out of or wish they hadn't pushed the issue? Do you know of any other clapbacks that you think could be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.